Let's wait for it. It will take few seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Good. Nice. Hi guys. Hope you are doing good, doing well. I think guys are still joining in. So let's wait for a few seconds. Okay, yeah, guys are there. Hi everyone. Hope you are doing good, doing well. So let us start the session. So nice to have you all here. We'll be talking about moving abroad, getting a job abroad, moving to Europe, moving to Middle East, or maybe any other country in the world. You could be a working professionals looking for you could be a working professional looking for a job into any country in the world. How you can plan your journey. So yeah, that's the main idea. And then I have Vikas with me, who is
Hey,
going to share his journey. How did he come here? Basically, how did he find the job from India? He will be talking about his profile, what worked for him, and yeah, let us start, Vikas. Yeah, please introduce yourself briefly, and then we'll be starting the session. Yeah.
hey guys, I think most of you would already go through my LinkedIn profile or something like that already. So I'm Vikas Mudukapur, basically from Bangalore. And then I usually did my engineering in Nagarjuna College of Engineering. Before that, I studied in MES as in PU. Yeah, basically, I was born and brought up in Bangalore. And then, I started working in Microland for my first few years. It was a really nice journey in Microland because I learned a lot of infrastructure working for the GE project there. I learned because I was basically a network engineer there. And then I moved into Akamai. I was almost working there in Akamai for 9 years. Yeah, almost 7.5 years, not nine. Yeah, and then I actually also learned a lot about data center infrastructure in Akamai.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think slowly I just needed some change in my life, so I thought, why not explore outside of India? And yeah, and that's how I landed here in Germany.
Wonderful, wonderful. So yeah, first of all, thank you for coming here, coming and agreeing that okay, you will be talking about your experience of getting a job abroad, how difficult it is, how what works, and then what kind of changes you have
Mhm.
done when you were searching for the job, and then what kind of strategies worked for you. So guys, before we jump into the session further, those who are coming across me first time, basically I'm Sandeep Khera. I'm living here in Germany for more than 12 years now. Supported, you can say, like, we have a big newsletter where we have 600,000, 650,000 people following our newsletters. And then we have we have we conduct free master classes where people have attended. More than 400,000 people attended the free master classes, and 10,000 people got the benefit through these free classes, got hired abroad and all. And if I talk about my clients also, yes, there are more than 1,300 guys who took our support. This is the rough number, it would be even higher, where people took our support and got the job abroad with our support and services. So let us start. So yeah, Vikas, as I said, thank you for coming here. So let's talk about, you have already shared about your profile. You have few years, I guess 8 to 10 years of experience.
Mhm.
So can you tell more about infrastructure experience you have, more into, maybe throw some light on the tech side of your profile?
Yeah, so basically, we starting from Microland, we were managing. General Electric's infrastructure, but we were doing a remote infrastructure support basically for all the global businesses of General Electric. At that time, GE had a lot of businesses at their hand, which now split into a lot of different companies, and some of them were actually sold.
Mm-hmm.
So something like GE Healthcare, GE Oil and Gas, GE Electric, GE Power. So they used to, mostly on the manufacturing side. So we used to support the remote infrastructure, basically routers, switches, everything. So we used to say we were in part of an incident team, uh,
Mm-hmm.
basically, and we used to learn a lot of like P1, P2, P3 incidents during that time, and helping them support remotely. Like we learned that there used to be enterprise infrastructure sometimes, data center infrastructure sometimes, and like that. Took it took us, like I spent like around 2.5 years there learning about their infrastructure, and then people always tend to get bored if they keep doing the same thing and if they don't learn new things.
Yep.
So now I felt like, okay, yeah, I needed to explore something new, and I joined Akamai at probably at around 2015 or something. Actually, I started my journey very early, like immediately after graduated. I cleared. I was on an on-campus interview, um,
Mm-hmm.
and then I did my interview for Microland and spent 2.5 years there. And then I was applying with my friend. So at that point of time, I had a close friend who was also applying for Akamai, and then we applied together, and we actually both got into Akamai. And it was really a nice journey in Akamai. Akamai is doing really great in India and other countries. I think a lot of people don't know about Akamai. Akamai is almost similar to Google, and also Amazon. So they also provide cloud and computing services, and they have a huge distribution platform throughout the world. I think that they have the most distributed platform. And basically, what happened in Akamai was we were managing their data center infrastructure. We used to deploy server switches. So we used to manage end to end for Akamai, for all their data centers across India, basically Southeast Asia, because I was part of the Southeast Asia group. And then, especially when Geo came in, we used to deploy a lot of servers. That was one crazy time where we deployed almost 20,000 servers, I would say, in less than a year. We
Mm-hmm.
were working day and night, and that particular, boom in India,
Mm-hmm.
actually helped me a lot because I learned a lot of things there.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was a crazy time when we also Airtel also wanted to deploy a lot of things now because they wanted to compete against Geo. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so basically, like this, I entered into data center infrastructure, started deploying servers, switches. We used to do also configuration, um,
Mm-hmm.
and all that, and yeah. So
So basically, you are saying that you have more experience into the cloud side, especially the in 21, 22, 23,
yeah,
in the infra side, the server setup, and then cloud migrations and all that. Yeah.
exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
Okay, perfect. Let's move further. So how did this journey started? Like you said, okay, you this thing helped you a lot. Uh, uh, this thing helped you a lot in terms of this thing helped you a lot in terms of building the technical skill set for your profile, right? But at what point of time you decided, okay, I want to move abroad? What was that trigger point?
Mm, I think the thing was like I was getting bored working doing the same job. So I knew that even if I moved into any other company in India, I would say would also result in same kind of setup
Mm-hmm.
mostly. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so I wanted to explore something abroad. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so that's when I think during that time I usually got married as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Which
like
year was that?
It was 2021. Yeah,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
21. So I got
Okay.
married around 2021 December, and then 2 years, almost 2.5 years down the lane, I was applying for.
Then what, like you said that, okay, yes, you were exploring within India. Then what made you think, okay, I can get a job directly into any European country, for example?
To be frank, from my childhood, I always wanted to be in Germany,
Okay.
because I had this kind of like thing going on in my childhood that, man, Germany is an amazing place to be, because their infrastructure, the way they work, the quality of work they do is really amazing. And that's when I knew that I had to apply for Germany. And it was just a gut feeling that, okay, if I want to move to Europe, I really want to move to Germany, the most economical state in, I would just economic country in Europe. Yeah, I just fixed my mind to it and I started working towards it.
Okay, so then when you say that, okay, you started working towards it, so what were you doing? Were you were you applying for the jobs? What was happening? What kind of responses you were getting? How many jobs you were applying? What was the journey like at that point of time? And it was in, I think, in 23, you are saying.
Exactly, exactly. I think
Yeah, yeah.
even a year before that, I would say even 2022, I started working on it. It took some time for me to understand what would be the process to actually enter Germany. Um, at that point of time, I also visited some consultancies, etc.
Mm-hmm.
But then I knew that most of them would take money from you, and sometimes you won't even get the visa. So I think you heard, like, people there should also be careful that most
Mm-hmm.
of the process can be done on your own, and especially try to talk to someone who's already in Germany,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can get some experience rather than visiting consultancies and try to get some jobs. So try to get the visa process done specifically, and they would take money from you, and then you would end up not getting visa. So it happened to couple of my friends earlier. So I was figuring out a process like how to actually enter Europe or Germany as a such, and that's when I came across that Germany gives out visas, especially the job seeker visa, like 6 months for experienced professionals.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But
Uh,
you didn't apply for job seeker visa, as far as
I
I
did, I did actually.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So then I got to know that, okay, you need minimum 5 years of experience at that point of time. So now there's opportunity card, even better opportunities for people to actually explore Europe and come into Germany. At that point of time, it was only 6 months.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh, and then you need to show minimum 5 years of experience. So I actually already had, like, I would say 7.5, like 9 years experience already, 9 to 10,
Mm-hmm.
by 2021, 22, something like that. So I went to the embassy and then I started the process applying. So they called me and then they had an interview basically. So before that, I submitted all my documents, and
Mm-hmm.
um, I actually made a mistake there during the application process, that my cover letter,
Mm-hmm.
it did not have enough information. And
Okay.
what I used to do is, in this cover letter, I copied something from online, instead of actually explaining what I felt
Mm-hmm.
or how I felt going to Germany. I made a mistake and I had a rejection
Okay.
of this visa.
Okay. And you applied yourself.
Yes, I applied myself. I had a rejection.
Okay.
At that point of time, I was actually traveling somewhere with my family.
Mm-hmm.
And then this letter comes home, and I take a screenshot and I translate it, because obviously it's in German.
Mm-hmm.
And I was shocked. Why did they reject me?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what wrong did I do? I'm qualified enough to go to Germany and work.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think this happened? So there was something mentioned that in the cover letter, that I was talking about German economy.
Okay, but not talking about yourself.
Not talking about myself. So
Yeah.
somewhere I
Okay.
talked about German economy. So this is the reason I want to go to Germany. And
So yeah, normally yeah, people should speak like, okay,
yeah,
why I want to apply for this visa. If you talk about the economy, but how do you fit in? Like,
exactly.
what is your experience, which makes you eligible to work there, and what is your plan? How will you manage your life there? How will you take care of your finances and all that? So these kind of things, yes, do matter, and people sometimes take it so lightly that they ignore, in the sense, yes, I'm applying for even for OC today. So that's really important. Let's move forward further then. But you didn't travel on job seeker visa when you applied again, or
No, I didn't. I did not travel. So
you got the visa later.
no, I actually submitted for. I actually applied for. So at that point of time, you could actually request
Yeah,
for this
you
to
could
be.
appeal it. You could appeal it. Yes.
Yes, I could appeal it.
Yeah.
Exactly, that's the right
Yeah.
word.
Yeah. Yeah.
So so in my next cover letter, I was really really specific. I made sure that I only talked about myself. I did some research and etc. I think that's when I actually came across your website at that point of time.
Okay.
Um, but I was not completely into your
Mm-hmm.
EA course yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I did a lot of investigation and then I applied. I thought, okay, this must be it. If I don't get now, then I would be really disappointed. And then I applied, and luckily I got the visa like almost 1.5 months later. But this time, I told them that
This
this
is my plan.
job I'm working for is in
Yeah.
high demand in
Yeah.
Europe,
Yeah.
high
Got
demand
it. Got
in
it.
Germany.
Got it.
I
Makes
told
sense.
them I'm very qualified, blah blah blah. You write about yourself, you explain about
Yes.
what you
Yes.
did on
Yes.
your background. Yeah, and
I can tell you, like when I applied in 2014, that was a really difficult time to get the job seeker visa, and
mhm,
now this has happened the same. Now embassy is really strict because there is no physical verification process. Back then in 2014, there was a physical verification process when lawyer used to come to your home and then verify you are living there, your family is there, talk to your spouse, and okay, why do you guys
sounds
want
bad.
to, and get a written declaration from your parents and the wife or spouse, that is your, are you okay with that, okay, your spouse is moving to Germany. This kind of things used to happen in 2014. And now I can say, yes, I won't say the physical verification is there now, and that is why they are more stricter,
Mhm.
and people take it lightly, and yeah, it gets rejected. But anyway, let's move further. So once you got the visa, what was the plan? So you started looking for the job, or what happened then?
Yeah, so even before actually applying for the visa, I had to. So what I did was I started applying for the jobs remotely,
Mm-hmm.
and I told them, look, I actually took like 3 or 4 uh, letters,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes even rejection letters.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually attached these 2 or 3 pages of files with my letter which I sent.
Mm-hmm.
And basically just to prove that there is a demand in the job.
Got it. Got it.
And I'm not sure if it worked out or not, but somehow in my case it worked out.
Mm-hmm.
Because that means people are responding, right? I mean, the
Yes. Yes.
companies
Yes.
are at least
Yeah.
responding that,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
you applied, okay, your profile was rejected and someone else was
But
selected.
my question is that I understand you got the visa, but my question is more around, okay, you got the job seeker visa. How did the job search started from there?
Uh, yes. So once I got the visa, I kept applying for jobs, and I applied for almost, I think, 300 jobs.
Okay.
And every time I received a rejection,
And you had the visa.
I had the visa.
And now I want to touch upon a general questions here. People sometimes say that I don't get the interview call because I have the visa. How much do you believe in that?
No, no, that's total bullshit, I would say.
So
Uh,
so visa doesn't matter.
visa visa matters for people who are employing you.
Yeah.
Like for example, if they think that your profile is really a good match
Mm-hmm.
to our conditions, And if you already have a visa and they think that they need a person immediately for their
Mhm.
particular background,
Mhm.
so the employer does not need to put more efforts to actually work on your visa.
Yeah, true, true. But people also get hired without visa.
Yes,
Yes,
you can
right.
also hire a lot of people, a lot of my colleagues, especially I had one of my colleague recently who
Mm-hmm.
who also applied like remotely for a Tesla job.
Mm-hmm.
He got it. He got the job even without the visa, and the company sponsored his visa.
Wonderful. So that means, in a way, you are saying Tesla Gigafactory in Berlin is sponsoring the people who are looking for a job.
Yes.
Doesn't matter someone is in India into embedded, into EV, or maybe into automotive design, robotics, can get hired into Tesla Germany.
Can get hired into Tesla Germany.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, then we'll also talk about Tesla later. But yeah, I want to talk now. What happened afterwards? You applied for 300 jobs. All of the rejections were there. So what did you do afterwards?
Afterwards, the I was really getting kind of like depressed. I would say not depressed. I was getting sad. Man, how can they not hire? Man, my job profile is matching
Mhm,
perfectly.
mhm,
What I must be doing wrong?
mhm,
So that's when I came across your
mhm.
CD stuff.
Okay,
And then I
CDA.
learned
Okay.
yeah, and then I try to explore basically how to apply, how to fix your resume, how to fix your cover letter,
Mhm.
and then basically I went through all of the videos which you made, like not once, twice, but almost like 50 times, I would say.
Okay.
Especially the interview videos, I think I
But you are talking after joining CDA.
after joining CDA,
Yeah,
yeah,
the videos that we have in the course content. Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
I think now you would have. It's been almost 3 years. Maybe there's an improvised version of all of this, which might be even better. But at that point of time, yeah, I started going through these videos. I started practicing basically all of these videos,
Mhm.
like how to speak in an interview. This is very
Yeah.
very important. How to speak, how to be more casual, more than technical people. I think the interviewers look at how you speak and how you behave.
Yes, I'll touch upon the interview part now because you started this, but I'll also talk about your CV and cover letter because this is the major challenge right now, major audience which they want to hear out. But
Mhm.
yeah, let's because you spoken about the interview now. So uh, sometimes people say that okay, I'm just one call away. I get the interview call, job is done. I
Mhm.
will get hired. What do you think about this?
I would say there's too much overconfidence.
Okay.
Um, in my opinion, it's overconfidence, because there might even if the hirer might feel you might feel that the interview you did really well,
Hmm.
the opposite person might not like it because
True.
you think that, oh, okay, guys, I did really well. All the technical questions I answered, they might find some kind of characteristics within you which feel like you might not be a team player.
So how to prepare for that? Like what are they expecting? Let's talk about what are they expecting first of all.
I think it depends on round to round basis. Like first round is the probably mostly the
Screening.
HR round, yeah,
Hmm.
and the HR round they usually look at how you speak, what's your attitude.
Hmm.
So it's usually basic questions. Tell me about yourself and etc. How confident?
Is HR HR round even important?
Yes, it is.
Okay, because in India it's more like okay, HR is contacting you. Are you available? Do you want to join? This is the expected salary, and then you directly jump to that next interview. But can the person in the Western countries expect or can anyone take the screening round lightly?
No, you should never take any round lightly, especially in Europe, because people want to connect here.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's not like people, oh, they just need you to do a job,
Good.
and then go home. In India, it's like, अरे इसको technical आता है, ठीक है, आ जाएगा, काम हो जाएगा, घर जाओ, खत्म. But people here look overall ability of not only about your technical skills, basically about how you communicate, what's your attitude, if you will be able to handle pressure,
Mm-hmm.
if you will be able to manage issues of your teammates. If you what if your teammate is not doing a job, how are you handling that situation? So they ask you very tricky questions, and depending on your answers, if you think that you are very smart and you can answer in such a way that you can get things done, that might be your last stop. And they might say, okay, you did very well, but then they will never call you back.
Got it. And what about the expectations in the other rounds? Let's say technical or behavioral or senior management.
So I think every round is kind of like a behavioral round.
Okay.
So they always check your attitude, the way you speak.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be possible that even in technical round, they might ask you one scenario where you will there where the situation is something like both technical, and how you approach that situation and how you resolve that situation. So you might have the technical knowledge, but then you're gonna answer it. But then if you don't know how to speak, I would say in how to approach the situation, first resolve and then give a technical solution and then come back. Then uh, the interview might be impressed with your technical knowledge, but not be impressed but how you approach that situation. Then again, it's gonna fall down. So I think it's you need to keep practicing again and again of all these behavioral questions and all these things which people might ask, especially scenario based. They would say, what is the toughest situation you faced in your project, and how did you deal with it? How did you come to a solution with it, etc. They might ask you what project is the most impactful project you did in your previous company, something like that. How many team members did you work with, and etc. So it's all,
Basically, basically the storytelling.
yes, basically storytelling.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. So yeah. So let's go further now. Like you said that okay, you applied for 300 jobs and then you started exploring CDA and our services. So so then what made you think okay, I want to join the CDA?
For me, CDA, I just felt like I wanted to join because at that point of time I needed some guidance to actually change myself, because you are not entering India, obviously, right? You're not entering India to another country, India. So every country has its kind of approach scenarios, especially Europe's approach is completely different. And I was basically going through some videos, and I felt like I think you had some sample videos in CDA and how to question, etc. So that's when I actually felt like, okay, let me try. I was I was not completely confident, but I was like, okay, let me try. This feels like that I could actually get some guidance here. So I was completely not sure, but I was like, okay, I was okay to take the risk. Okay, it does the course doesn't cost much. Then the course doesn't cost much, so it's, I think, for what opportunity I am getting, it's the minimal expenditure I can put here to actually improve myself. And that's when I just booked online and I started going through the videos.
Okay.
That's
So
it.
yeah, but we'll talk about it. Your CV writing as well. So uh, sometimes people say people literally write this question down into our LinkedIn messaging to my team.
Mhm.
We are just offering the CV service, and why are we not offering in 2,000 rupees or 4,000 rupees? What do you think about the CDA as a service? Is it the CV service, or is it the like worth 4,000, or is it worth 30,000, 40,000, the price that we have around right now? So what do you say to this? Like is it just a CV service?
No, I don't think it's just a CV service. I think you could explore a lot of videos, right? Just the other than CV service. Like CV service is like, now you will feel like, oh, there is an AI. I just go put my resume into AI. But
But even AI doesn't work today, I can tell
yeah,
you.
doesn't work. Like all this AI doesn't work because yes, you will. There are some companies who go through ATS, but sometimes your resume is hitting people. People are
Mhm.
literally
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
into it.
yeah, yeah.
And nowadays, I see that instead of ATS, people literally look into it and they say, okay, they don't have so much time to obviously read through everything, but they go through the key points. They feel like, okay, this guy is from infrastructure. He has good experience. He has worked in data center, and I think that this might be a good fit. Let's give him an opportunity. So
But my question goes back to the same thing, that, yeah, like, is it just the CV service or what else you get inside?
So basically, CV is like, I did only like 3 or 4 classes with you, and my resume was like, felt you said, yeah, the resume is good. So I was just waiting for an opportunity because more than the CV, I started exploring all these behavioral interviews, how to speak to person, what is the approach, what do you need to speak in different types of interviews and etc. I started going through these videos a lot, and I actually started practicing writing in the book, like what to speak if they usually ask questions like this, what should I speak. I
Mhm,
usually write it down on a piece of paper or something, like what I practiced.
mhm, mhm,
Because when you go to an interview and they might ask you questions, and if you feel like you cannot speak properly, confidently, uh, especially people here, if they're not able to connect with you, storytelling and all these scenarios, different scenarios in your videos, which we explore,
mhm, mhm.
then we might have yeah.
And how does CV writing works? Like, what do you think? What mistakes you were making before to write the CV, and what the person should be doing? What you did differently to write your CV, write your cover letter? What worked, and you started getting calls?
I mean, I think I more than a lot of things. I only highlighted the major, like basically what impact or numbers did you have on each of your project. So you need to highlight those numbers, um, and you need to keep it minimum. Not everyone can do everything.
Yeah,
You're gonna write in your CV that I know this, and people are gonna feel like the interview. How can this guy like do everything? Yes, he might know a bit of knowledge of this and that, but I think you should be very specific about what you mention in your resume or CV. Uh,
mm-hmm.
Try to filter it out
Mm-hmm.
minimum. And it's not just one version of CV. One version of CV does not work for different jobs.
Yeah,
You
true.
need to keep modifying your CV according to the job, and
Mm-hmm.
probably you need to prepare 150 CVs
Mm-hmm.
because you're applying for 150 jobs.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to change the title. It's not complete modification, but slight
Tuning.
tuning according to each and every job.
Yep.
And if you think that I'm going to be lazy, I will just prepare one CV and apply for 200, 300 jobs, which I made a mistake earlier, and I did, and I never got a call, right?
Got it.
So it's like you need to keep modifying. So this CV writing does not end at just, okay, I modified my CV, this looks better, and that's it, my job is done. So it doesn't work like that.
Got it. Got it. So basically, one size doesn't fits all, right?
It doesn't fit.
You need to tune. Let's say you have to look at what I say in CDA, that okay, you take the job description and first half page of the CV must answer every question. I would treat job description as a question paper, and first half page of my CV should literally answer every question which has been asked in the job description.
Yeah.
The examples with technology, with process, with numbers, Everything needs to be answered very concisely with authority, with evidences, and that's what people lag into. To answer this job description, they take 3 to 4 pages just to answer the initial the job description they have, right?
For sure.
And then people start explaining their projects. Nobody cares about that. I'm 20 years experienced professional. Like you said, okay, you were working in Akamai, right? Before that you were working into some other profile. Who cares what you were doing in 20 years ago? I care about, as a recruiter or a hiring manager, what you are doing from past 3 to 5 years, and that's what my first page of the CV should be all about. First
Yeah.
3 years, last 3 years or 5 years, I should summarize, relate to the job description, my job is done. Last pages, nobody cares where I come from.
Yeah. Yeah, and also people should. I think 2 pages is the max. Whether you are 20 years experience, 15, nobody has time to read more than 2 pages.
Yeah.
Sometimes people try to fit it in a single page. Even like 10 years experience, try to fit it in a single page. So yeah, it's very very important that we stick to the pointers like you explained, like last 5 years. Then the rest of it, highlight only the main projects and points. So you guys, like you need some guidance, get to the guidance, but most of the effort is you. It's always you. You get the guidance, you have to always put your own effort. It's not like the moment you get some job and then you hire a course. It's not like the job is just going to come to you.
No, you have to work for it.
Yes, you have you. It's never ending process. It's never ending process. If you really want to go abroad and if you really want to land somewhere, you have to never end this process. Keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. I mean, in the meantime, your life is also changing, right? At every moment of time. So you just try, keep
And
trying.
yeah, and one thing, like, we come across a lot of students, lot of spouses who came with their husband or wife to
Mhm.
European countries, even in Canada, Australia. We have clients in US, we have clients in Australia, Canada, Singapore, Middle East, where people are struggling to get the calls, right? They have the visa, they are in the country, still they don't get the calls because they don't know how to apply.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's visa definitely is a plus, but if you don't apply correctly, that visa is not going to benefit you,
true, true.
right? Even about OC, opportunity card visa, people say lots of time, okay, opportunity card visa doesn't help. uh, I had to come back from Germany, from Netherlands has a orientation visa as well, which is like a job seeker visa, but yeah, for the top tier people, right? So people literally have to understand what I am doing wrong, and they have to accept it.
Yes.
This barrier has to be removed. Okay, there is some problem, I need to know what is the problem and I should work for it. Then things start moving,
Ye-
right? So let's go further. So we met in Berlin, I think in 2024,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So we met in Berlin in the CDA group, where I think we were like 13 to 15 people, if I remember correctly. So, and it was really amazing to meet you all there, right? And yeah, you said something there that, okay, I use in the evenings, like, uh, for example, you are preparing for the interviews, and I really liked what you said there. Even you just said a few minutes ago as well, that you literally listen to those videos 50 times even before going to sleep. You used to switch on any video and then put it in your headset, and you are going into the bed. And yeah, so this is something which, like, it hit me back then, right? So can you explain, like, again, I'm touching the same point, maybe, like, why it's really important for the interviews, that you give your best, you keep trying, keep trying, keep trying, like you're saying. So why it's important?
Why? Because I think you know yourself that you are better. The first thing, you need to be confident about yourself because this rejection should not bring you down. So I'm really thankful to my parents and people around me, especially my wife and everyone, that they kept saying, "Man, you're capable of it. You have to keep pushing yourself."
Mm-hmm.
So I was literally practicing all these videos. And actually, I got this interview call for Tesla when I was in India.
Okay.
And even the night before, I was practicing your videos.
Wonderful. Okay.
Even the night before, like I was literally sitting and writing, okay, I I got this one single opportunity out of
Mm-hmm.
100, 350 jobs I applied. I got just this one interview call
Mm-hmm.
somehow get in. So,
Got it. Got it.
so
So,
the, I
go ahead.
was,
Go ahead.
yeah,
Let's talk about Tesla hiring experience briefly from start to end.
yeah. So I was actually um, doing some shopping when I was outside, and I know that I applied for Tesla. I knew this role would match me about what I do.
So
And
you were applying when you were outside.
no, I actually applied, and then
Mm-hmm.
I went out to shop some groceries.
Okay.
And I mentioned in my resume that look, I have a visa, but I'm not there. I'm here. So I also put my Indian number basically.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I got a call from the HR. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
basically when I was outside shopping.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Okay.
"Oh, this looks like a German number, so let me pick the call." Okay, I picked the call and it's like, "Hey, because like we liked your resume and etc. So we feel you're a good fit for this job. So I would like to schedule an interview with you." And I was like, "Oh shit, this is good." Like I was like shocked when after 300, 350 applications, I got one call and I was literally awestruck that okay, I got a call from Tesla.
And that's from a big elephant.
That's from Big Elephant, yes, awestruck. And I was with my wife also outside and told her like, look, and she was also surprised. Okay, now you got one opportunity after like applying for so long.
Mm-hmm.
So from then, like I think she supported me a lot. She didn't even disturb me. She used to help me a lot of things, and that's when I started. Anyways, I was in through CDA, right, at that point of time. So that's when I knew that okay, there is HR round interview. I need to go through HR round interview videos. I need to practice what I need to speak, especially about myself.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're not 100%, at least you should be 90%. You should try to be 100%.
Mm-hmm.
You need to practice what you need to say, especially about yourself. Keep it short. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
you know, be very specific about what you speak. And then I started going through your videos. It's almost 3.5 years back, I guess. So, and then I cleared my HR interview. That was actually remote.
Okay. Wonderful.
Um, then they said, okay, you'll have to attend 1 hour interview, and it will be with two managers, 30 minutes. Then I was like, okay, now I need to prepare for technical interview and also like storytelling and all that. So I started going through your videos again 20 times, 30 times, 50 times, going through again and again. And I started, I need to speak if, especially storytelling, it's very, very important. And that part actually helped me a lot.
Okay.
And they literally asked me to explain like tell me about your earlier project scenario, how you dealt and the biggest task, how you resolved and all that. So I had practiced you
That
basically
was that was technical round.
technical round, yes.
Okay. Mhm. Go ahead, please. Yeah.
Then I had to write down in a sheet of paper what, not the whole thing, only about what is important, like a story,
Mm-hmm.
how you approach the situation and how you dealt with it and how you completed this project. So I had to write it down and I had to practice that. Okay, I'm going to speak like this and it needs practice.
Mm-hmm.
So I started practicing this. And then I went into interview, and basically this 1 hour interview, I also cleared this. And
Mm-hmm.
then there was this last round. It was basically the senior manager.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think after this two rounds of technical interview, the senior manager was almost like, okay, if there are three people liking, who's actually the team lead and the manager is liking it. So he did not ask me a lot of questions. Basically, he was like already onboarded, but he just wanted to speak with me, not about technical, but just to understand how I speak and how confident I am.
To know you as a person.
To know me as a person. So he didn't
Got it.
ask me any technical questions. He was just trying to speak to me, and he
Mhm.
asked me, "Tell me about yourself again."
Got it, got it. Fine. So let's move further faster, because yeah, we also need to have the Q&A session with the guys. So
Yeah.
let's say, if let's talk very quickly. Let's say I'm a person sitting in India and I want to get a job in Tesla Germany.
Mhm.
What should be my approach?
Yeah, check out all the open roles in teslacareers.com. I think it's just available online. And if you think that a job is like perfect match to you, and especially if it does not need German language, you could easily apply for it. And yeah, it's not just the gigafactory here. I would say there are multiple locations across Europe.
Mm-hmm.
So you could also approach that. And if you think that, oh, this is going to be a good role, I can also refer you. So if you really think that this job is a good fit, please apply for it. Yeah, and yeah, if you clear your interviews, I think you can just move in. And usually Tesla supports yeah, immigration. So
Moving. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, let's go further. And yeah, so you also said, before we move into the Q&A part, so you also said that, okay, they were consultancies in India. So there you took the help for like, you wanted to explore about the visa application or for the job applications when you were
Yeah,
talking about the
for visa
consultancy in
application.
India.
For visa application.
Got it, got it. Let's move further. So uh, I would say, how is the job market in Europe right now, or Germany specifically, if you can't speak about Europe.
It's not bad. Um, it's just that I think people now understand in the jobs that they want to hire people, because I think there's a lot of hiring back then, and now there's a lot of people in Germany, and still hiring is going on. It's not bad. Uh,
Got
the only thing is that you need to understand that your role should match specifically to the job, because the hirers are looking more specifically into experts, not
Yeah.
just that, oh, you can do this, but if you're really not an expert in that particular field, I would say you wouldn't get through. So you need to know everything they mention in the roles. It has to match perfectly according to the role. If you think that, oh, there's 50% or 60% match and I could do this, and if it's not matching your current role and you're just applying for it, it doesn't work out like that. And
Mm.
even if there is a 50%, 60% match, it might be that there might be someone else also better than you.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so there's always a lot of applications, and there might be also referrals within the same company for the job. So always think about other scenarios, guys. Don't just think about, okay, I applied for this job, I'm a perfect fit, and I should actually get an interview. Sometimes it might be that there might be referrals inside, and it might be that they already know some person and they would have hired him. So a lot of these scenarios especially happen in Europe. So it's very important that don't feel bad if you get rejected. Keep trying, keep trying, keep modifying your resume, keep trying.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
never give up.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, what are the three top suggestions or tips, whatever you want to call it, you will give to the guys who is looking for a job into any country in the world, doesn't matter, just Germany, what the person should be doing? Doesn't matter, you don't need to, it's not necessary you talk about the CV, cover letter, anything you want to share which matters. which sometimes people overlook?
I think the first thing is you need the right attitude. No matter you get the guidance, and if you don't have the right attitude to actually face what's coming in your life, then you will obviously blame others, right?
Got it.
Yeah. So if
Basically, you sorry for the word. Basically, you own your shit.
yes,
In short.
yes, exactly. I would say
Yeah.
that if you're not able to land the job, it's your shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Great
I would
point.
say you have to keep trying. You have to keep modifying your resume. Put your efforts. People can only guide you, but they cannot
Mhm.
get you a job.
Got it. Got it. And the next one.
And the next one is don't give up.
Wonderful.
Don't give up. Keep trying. Keep trying. Keep trying. And if your hard work is worth it, you're gonna you it'll land to you. If it does not, there is something else, something else waiting for you. So
100%.
don't be sad for what is lost.
And yeah, like when you say keep trying, maybe I would like to add one thing here. Maybe you need to analyze where is the problem. Let's say I'm a business analyst, for example, or maybe I'm a retail marketer on the consumer product side, for example. So I need to understand, okay, I want to get a job in Europe, I want to get a job in Middle East. You need to understand what exactly they are looking for. Do I have that? If not, it's not only about, okay, applying for the jobs blindly. Like
Yes.
you said earlier, okay, you kept on applying, you applied 300 jobs initially, not changing your CV, it didn't work. But then you have to understand, okay, what is required to make it work. So either I need to upgrade my skill set, is my profile is fully non-technical as a retail sales manager working
Mhm.
into consumer electronics, you should learn German,
Yeah.
or you should apply for opportunity card visa. Then things will move forward for you. You are a software developer, yes, you are on the right track. You work into Java, or you are into infra, like in your case working into cloud, which is wonderful. Then you need to fix, okay, how to apply for the job. So a person must analyze and understand, and then work strategically towards it. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, that's right.
And the third point you want to mention?
um, Third point is basically always, if you think that this um, this particular job might be an 80% fit and you can adapt, yeah, go ahead and apply for it. But don't apply for, if you think that there is just one or two keywords matching your profile. Always keep trying, and don't just look for Germany. Look
Yes.
for, like, people say that, oh, I just want to get into Germany. So even if you get an opportunity anywhere in Poland, because Poland is also looking for many jobs, many people,
100%. Yeah.
and even France, Netherlands, anywhere, you just need to land your job. So anywhere, it might be anywhere across Europe. I think you should take that opportunity, because in future, maybe 1 or 2 years down the lane, you might have an opportunity to move into any other country you want. Because people within Europe would, especially when they hire, I have seen, like, most of these higher HRs also see that expats who are working in other countries, and if they would like to move within the same country, they also see it as good opportunity. So if you think that you are a good fit for any job across Europe, and if you land that interview, please try to clear it and take the job, and then you could move to any other country later down the lane.
Got it. Wonderful. So to
Also, language.
summarize. Mhm.
Language is also very important. If you think that you don't have the exact skill set, but you are somehow able to speak, learn to speak German. And if you have a little bit of technical knowledge and know how to deal behavior and etc etc, you could land a job in Germany. So learn the language also, so you will also get. opportunities when you know the language.
Yeah. In short, three things you are saying. One is accept where you are going wrong, attitude. Second, you are saying that the basically keep trying, do whatever it takes to make it work.
Yeah.
Lastly, you are saying that okay, don't just niche down on one market. Try Germany, maybe try Poland, try Netherlands, try Austria, Sweden, Ireland. Markets are so bigger, even Middle East or Singapore. So yeah, and yeah, to finish up the session, basically, yeah, we will also have a Q&A session, maybe 20-30 minutes of Q&A session now. Guys, you can start writing the questions in the chat so that I will be taking up your questions on the screen, where me and Vikas would be answering for whom it would be relevant. So yeah, to before we move further, so what do you say? What are the top two or three areas where CDA helped you in your journey getting a job directly from India to Germany into Tesla?
CV writing and videos, all your videos.
Okay.
And yeah, so basically, more than attending your classes, like online classes, I was just sitting there going through all your videos.
And I also remember that okay, I
I
never saw
didn't.
you in the live classes.
I was never there in the live classes. I was just because I felt like because you were trying to explain people in those live classes. I used to see people come up with just one line changes in your resume and then say, "Look, this is my resume. It's changed." And and I remember you were so angry, like you cannot go back to them and tell them, you cannot shout on them because obviously you told them to fix something and they would just come with one or two line fixes. And I was like, I felt like, okay, I don't want to waste my time here. Everything is online, everything is here, so I will just do what I need to do, uh, because everything is available online. It's just stored there, so I just went through that. And I think I attended only like two or three live sessions max, and after
Bas-
that, yeah.
Basically, videos helped you to work towards it.
Yes, yes,
Got it.
that was my sole career, all the way here. So
Perfect.
yeah.
Okay, let's go further. Let's start with the Q&A session. Guys, please put down the questions in the chat. If you want to ask something to me or Vikas, we would be happy to answer your questions. Okay, so yeah, let's talk about the first question for you, Vikas. How is the IT job market in Germany for senior professionals?
I think the job market is okay, guys. Like there's always a chance. So I would say um, it's not bad. So I wouldn't say it's great. I wouldn't say it is worst. I would say it's okay. It's good to apply. It's not like, oh, you're gonna apply and you will never land a job. You will always land a job. So
But just to add, like gone are the days when you talk about 22 and 23,
yes,
when everything you touch,
yeah,
you get the calls,
yeah,
right? That is not going to happen because market has corrected, and on top AI is there,
yes,
and they don't need anyone who doesn't know. Maybe in next 5 years they would not need a person who doesn't know AI.
yeah,
So yeah, of course AI will not take up your jobs, but winners will be those who know how to operate with AI.
yeah. I think a lot of nowadays this prompt engineering
Yeah, yeah.
is actually going on. So you need to know how to ask questions to this. So I think AI is also like going very taking steps further very fast. But you have a lot of opportunities.
Yes, yes, 100%. Even like we started a new company, which is a startup, Expertly AI, which is more focused on AI based solution for the job seekers. And you won't believe that we are developing our code 40% using AI.
Wow. Okay,
So
that's great.
40% of the code is written by the AI already.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nowadays, you don't need to even go and create your own website. You just ask the AI, I need a website like this. It's already built and it's already published. So nowadays nobody writes this JavaScript or any other code where you
Yes.
build websites.
Yeah.
So you need to go beyond. We need to go beyond that. Yeah.
That's what you said, that okay, you need to understand, you need to learn how to write the proper prompt so you get this output,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So let's move to the next question. Do you think that getting a job in his profile, being a functional, as far as I remember, Rajan is a from a not fully technical profile.
Mhm.
So in such a case, is OC is mandatory if the person coming from the functional background?
No, it's not mandatory.
But in my opinion, person should be having OC if you don't have a technical skill set.
Yeah, I mean, it's always an advantage to have
Yes,
this one.
it becomes easier.
It
I,
becomes easier.
yes.
So if you can get it, give it a try. And there's always an advantage for people who have OCs or like visas, because the mindset of a business company always is that, oh, how easier for me is also hiring this person
Hmm.
to a particular position. And if
Yes.
it takes me like 2 or 3 months to finish his immigration or any other thing, it's going to take, I'm going to spend a lot of money into this person. So, yeah.
Or you should be a technical person.
Yes.
Then they would invest in you.
Yes. If you are like fully technical, and if you think, if they feel like, oh, you are the right fit for this job, they're gonna do this. Yeah.
Okay, maybe I should take this one. There is a person who is asking, okay, how are the opportunities for the HR profile, right? So I would say, if someone coming from HR background, let's say operations, or let's say payroll or similar kind of profiles, then I would say apply for OC. That's then yes, opportunities are there, but OC would be required in such a case, opportunity card visa. But let's say somebody coming from technical recruitment, then you can be the bridge between India and Europe, in terms of with the employers, because they would hire you as a technical recruiter. If you are an Indian, you understand the technology. Let's say you work with the developers or cloud engineers. Technical recruitment profiles are in huge demand from the HR side. But if you're not from the technical background, then apply for OC.
Yeah.
Let's go further. Okay. I think I already touched upon this in a way. What is the scope of non-technical people in Germany? Same thing. We have example. There was a banker who came here. Important here is the people have to be flexible, because you don't speak language. Of course, you should be learning in the long term to get the PR, to get the passport, to settle down. But coming as a banker, for example, right? So in your profile, you need to be flexible. Okay, can I go into sales? Can I go into marketing? There was an example. We had job seeker visa. The person had the job seeker visa, moved to Germany, got a job into corporate event marketing, marketing and sales, corporate event management sales. So as a banker, moved into corporate event management, into sales profile. So in that way, you have to see, okay, what I'm doing, what skill set I'm bringing in, and how I can add value into any industry, right? So yeah, let's go further. With the advent of AI, I honestly feel the chances of getting a job abroad has been reduced quite a lot. What do you think? Also, what would you mean by being an expert? Is it like being a rock star developer? What do you say? I think this is a very good question. Maybe first you answer the AI part, and the rest of the question I will also want to chime in into the AI part as well. Yeah,
Actually, AI is creating more jobs. It's not taking away jobs, guys. So this is a very, very false notion that AI is removing jobs. No, AI is actually creating more jobs, but it's not in the fields what you think of.
true.
It's in the fields which are actually different from, for example, machine learning. You need machine learning jobs for AI. There's so many machine learning experts actually getting hired in Europe. So many full stack developers getting hired in Europe. So it's not taking away jobs. So it's just that it's not in the right field what you expect. You think that, okay, I'm gonna apply for this job and AI is taking away this job. No, it's completely creating a different jobs in each of the sectors.
Like I said, that our development team, they are writing 40% of the code with the help of AI,
Yeah.
right? You could be a content writer, you could be a creator, or uh, you won't believe we don't have a UX or UI designer.
Yeah.
We are fully leveraging the AI there.
Yeah.
So then you could be the person who can do that,
Yeah.
right? There is still the person who can operate this. Maybe today you are working manually to build a UX UI for one website, but if you have the exposure to AI, then you are working for the company generating 10 websites.
Yeah.
Just an example, you would be more efficient. And that is I read some research, I think few months ago, that is true, that okay, job market is going to be changed completely in terms of the roles. What you see, lot of roles will be diminishing, they will be gone out of the market, and lot of new roles which will be much higher in the numbers, that will be created. So try to upgrade yourself right now if you can do that, right? So yeah, to answer the next part of the question, what do you mean by being an expert? Do you really need to be the rock star, one developer in the team who, if he can't do it, no one can do it? I'm just adding on to that. But do you need such skill set, or I think being just doing your thing right is enough? Your approach matters.
Yeah. So I would say what I learned from Germany is you cannot do everything. You need to speak to people. You need to discuss. So when they hire, they don't hire like, oh, this is the only person he can do it. There's nobody else to do it. So this rockstar developer thing, I don't think it works unless and until they're very very you know the employer is very very keen in getting you, and they think that oh you would really be a good asset to the team. But I think most of the jobs right now, I think you get good professionals in each and every field, and um, yeah. So if you think that you are really really good at the job, and if your role is perfectly matching to what the roles is being published, I think you should apply for it. I'm sure you will get through it. So don't worry about all the other things. If you need to be confident in yourself and keep trying.
Got it. So basically, yes, you should be good enough, and then you need to be able to, like you said, your attitude, your approach, your personality matters. That is the more important thing, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. Let's move to the next one. Okay, so mm, yeah, so sorry. Hi Mihir. Okay, I have experience into service assurance, into networking, routing and switching, and I have certification into GCP and SD-WAN. Will this work for European market, UAE, or any other market? Because do you want to answer it, or you want me to take this up?
Definitely, I'm going to answer it. There's a huge demand for all of this SD-WAN, networking, certification, Europe, UAE, because most of the enterprises need this SD-WAN, right? I think you know more about it, Meher. So yes, there is a huge demand for it in Europe. People always try to migrate to cloud, so SD-WAN is very good. And I think there are a lot of networking jobs available across Europe. So please apply for it.
Got it. Manish is asking, okay, how we can help to get a job by joining CDA. So basically, yeah, to summarize, first of all, please attend the free masterclass that we have. You can visit my profile or CSK business page profile, where you can see what we do, how do we support. You can attend the free masterclass. Then like Vikas has already explained, inside the course you learn how to write the CV, how to write the cover letter. Then there are one-on-one CV reviews, and then once this is done, you learn how to apply for the jobs, what jobs to apply, what jobs to not apply, how to research the salary, how to research the company, how to be among the people who where you will get the higher salary. Basically putting or calculating your worth, which you can put forward to the employer, and how to avoid the jobs where, how to avoid wasting the time where you don't get the sponsorship. So these kind of things, plus the interview preparation guidance and job search experiences of others. So yeah, these all these things are there in the course. Okay, let's go further.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm currently working into IT field in Germany and would like to improve my CV. Could you please advise whether HR typically filters CVs in German or English, and what methods or criteria usually used during the screening process? Do you want to answer this? It's an interesting one, by the way.
Uh, I think whether German or English, it depends on what role you're applying for. I think English is widely accepted in Germany um, as a CV which they can read into. So whether you submit it in German or English should not create any issues for you while applying. And what methods or criteria are usually used screening process, that very hard to answer, like, because every interviewer is different from depending on what they need for the role. So you will have to adapt according to the interviewer's needs. So I think you should try to understand what the interviewer needs than what you are trying to tell. So you have to understand the person opposite to you.
I think you have to be, you have to adapt your strategy during application or during interviews.
Yes,
You can't copy paste the answers. You need to understand what the person is expecting, how he or she is reacting, and then you portray. You need to read the mind of the person while he or she is talking.
exactly, exactly.
So yeah, and regarding the methods, it is simple that okay, the first important thing is okay. ATS is the really important thing. You should be able to have the at least 70% of the score. Once this is done, customize the CV and cover letter for every job you are applying, and then yeah, when let's say you get a call, then yeah, then react to the person, understand what they are looking for. Even for LinkedIn, yes, you should optimize the LinkedIn more as a storytelling, more as a person, as a human, not as a CV. So yeah, that's the most important thing. And yeah, let's go further. There is a question from the sorry, environment manager into power industry. I would say apply for opportunity card visa if you really would, if you are really targeting Germany or European countries. For Middle East, yes, it's possible. Even last week I got a message from a banker. Even I shared in one of the emails earlier that this banker moved to UAE, and then he switched into sales profile there into Middle East. And I also shared that email with the guys in my newsletter. So yeah, so you can see what you actually want, and then accordingly you can plan. I think this HR question we have already covered. This is already discussed. Okay, let's go further. Okay, let's discuss 4 years of experience as a low code Mendix developer. What is the best pathway to relocate to Germany? Should I apply from India for visa sponsored roles, or is it better to move first on job seeker visa? Maybe I can take this up. So first of all, I don't know which kind of programming language is Mendix. Okay, but I can still answer your question. You have to do a little bit of research based on my answer. So if you see there are, let's say, 500 to 1000 jobs available into Germany or into European market, then yes, you can apply for India, apply from India, then you have very high chances to get hired. If you see okay, less than 5 to 700 jobs across Europe or in a single country, then you should apply for OC or consider Middle East as well. So that's how would I would like to answer this question. Maybe Vikas, you want to add something, or shall we move?
No, we can move. I think you answered it perfectly.
Okay. So Neetal says even in India we are not getting a call just like that. I think the same in EU. I think Neetal, yes, that's very right. You need to work for it.
Yeah, even Indian market is not easy now.
Yes. Okay. Navneet says, as a fresher, how to get a job in Germany. So yeah, either you should be in Germany on study visa, finish your bachelor or master, and then you get 18 months of job seeker visa, then you can get hired. Or you, as a fresher, good news is that we also got to one of the freshers we had who applied for opportunity card visa without experience. So then also you can get the OC and come here and search for the job. So both the options are there. Then yeah, you can search. How will be the career in digital supply chain? So I don't know, what do you mean by digital supply chain? Do you really mean that okay, infrastructure supply chain products for example, the physical IT products, or then yes, there is a demand. If I talk about supply chain generally, it's one of the top known IT profiles where demand is huge. You can literally get hired through networking. That's the most important thing. If you don't have the OC, you should focus on networking across Germany, across Netherlands, across Poland. These three markets are way bigger. You have much higher chances to get a job into supply chain profile. If you think, okay, you can't focus on networking, of course you need to work on CV and cover letter as well first. If you can't focus on networking, then apply for opportunity card visa. This will really help you get the job. I really like what Venkat has written. Europe is not a shortcut; it's a long term play. If you come unprepared, you struggle. If you come strategically, you survive. Very well summarized. Okay, okay. Neetal, from past 2 years, we hardly code. I think it's regarding, she's referring to writing the code with the help of AI. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's go further. I'm looking for a job as an automotive mechanic, working experience 12 years into Dubai. So Mohammed, if you have any kind of polytechnic diploma into uh, mechanical related field, or you have even 2 years of ITI course, then you are eligible to apply for opportunity card visa, because these are the simple basic criteria to apply for opportunity card visa. There is no point system. There is a point system, but you don't need to struggle about the point system, learning German and all that. If someone has the polytechnic degree, 3 years polytechnic diploma, or 2 years of ITI, or any kind of bachelor degree, you become eligible to apply for opportunity card visa. You don't need to go through the point system. Okay, let's go further. I think I have already answered about procurement and supply chain. Zooplus is one of the examples. Is a company in Munich which is into dog food, where people got hired previously, attended interviews as part of the CDA. Let's go further. From my practical experience, several companies showed hesitation in hiring OC candidates because of uncertainty around the visa conversion and administrative complexity. What's your take on the same? Maybe Vikas, if you have lately discussed with anyone about the conversion, or maybe I can also
No,
explain.
there's no issues in conversion as far as I know, because as soon as you get a job contract, it depends on your job contract whether you get an ICT visa or a blue card. So it's an easy conversion, because the only issue where you will face is depending on the appointment, right? Because if your company says that you need to join on this date, you need to have a visa, because without the visa they're not gonna let you in. So probably this is where you will face issues. So I would say, if you have an opportunity card, and then if you get a job, you need to stay outside cities. Make sure that your registration, there are always certain skills, guys, which we need to manage. If you're staying within, like, for example, just Frankfurt area, or Berlin area, or somewhere where the city is hugely populated, get an appointment to convert is very, very tricky. So I would say, stay outside cities, have your registration outside city. I know you're going to struggle for a couple of months or so. So you could find some contract, probably a housing contract, just outside. So you could go to, sometimes the immigration office in these areas is walking, or you could get appointments easily online.
You
So
you get the visa in 1 week if you're outside the city.
if you get your visa in 1 week, and then you could easily join the job.
Yes.
I faced a similar situation in Frankfurt, where I got my job contract, but I was not able to get any appointments to convert it to blue card. So when I moved to Berlin, I stayed outside Berlin. I didn't move, and I was really lucky that I stayed outside Berlin. And I faced a similar situation where, I need to join my job immediately, and I had to. I booked an immigration office appointment, which is outside Berlin. It's pretty easy. City registration is just a walk-in. So
Yeah.
you need to find the tricks, guys. Yeah.
Okay, that's a very good question. Though we talked about it a little, maybe you can summarize this for Neetal. a number of tech rounds, level of tech rounds, what do they expect, whether it was a DSA. Of course, you cannot answer from DSA perspective, but yeah, still as a technical person, how the interviews are basically. Just quickly, because we have already discussed anyway, but yeah, you can still answer it.
So usually it's around 4 rounds. It also depends on the type of job you apply for and what level of job, because there are different levels, like senior, just normal associate, or just the junior roles. So it depends on the roles. So I think if you're applying for senior, it's usually 4 to 5 rounds, and if you're applying for a junior position, it's usually 3 rounds. And yeah, I think minimum, there's always a minimum of 3 rounds, the HR round and 2 other rounds. And if you're applying for senior and above, it's always 4 rounds.
Got it, got it. Okay, when what's the difference in those 3 or 4 rounds? What would be the scope?
The first round is always HR. I think everyone knows that, and the rest of the 2 rounds are usually your leads or your managers. So first one would be the hiring man. The second round would be the hiring manager, and then the third round will usually be the manager. That is probably your leads manager, and the fourth round will be your senior manager.
Perfect, perfect. Nital, of course, as you are part of the CDA, you can write to me directly. I'll connect you with Vikas for further details. Of course, let's go further. Okay, yeah. So I have experience for indoor sales. I would say basically inside sales. I think I would treat sales as a sales. But yes, if you are into inside sales, then yes, you have a lot of scope for the cross selling, upselling. So yeah. So but profile is in demand as a sales. Like sales is something, one of the top profiles where you will see maximum number of jobs in the market across Europe, right? uh, Two things, again I would repeat my answer which I said for the other profile as well, that either network, if you network, yes, into sales profile, you can get hired directly from India. If in case you can't network, then apply for OC. Simple, straightforward. Yeah. Okay, let's go to next one. Application production support role into banking international sector. First of all, when you say application production support, forget about the domain. You should not be referring to the domain. You have to be flexible. I can go into insurance. I can go into retail products or services. You don't stick to the domain. That's the most important thing. If you come from a, even from a, let's say, production support level 2 profile, right? For Swift payments, which is good, financial messaging role, for how AI plays role as a vital role, and what are the skill set I need to upgrade. So Vikas, you want to answer, or shall I go ahead?
You can go ahead. I think you know
Yeah,
much.
I think into banking and payments, people, you might be aware, there is a fraud and risk, which is the area, fraud and risk. Now I'm sure there must be a lot of solutions available in the market which are AI based to avoid all those frauds, right? Because before a payment goes through, there are, I don't know how many touch points to verify the customer, right? And AI is really critical there. If you are into AI, fraud and risk, or let's say KYC process, or let's say Swift payment processing, like how to automate the payment processing. Still these days there are a lot of processes which are manual into the Swift payment system, right? So try to see how, what are the tools. I'm not saying that okay, you have to be the AI developer. What I'm saying, around your profile, research what are the courses available, what are the tools available where you can leverage the AI, and try to gain knowledge around that, and then try to gain some experience to your own projects, and start talking about those when you apply for the job. So this is something really helpful for you, if you show that experience of having, using the AI as a fraud and risk, or into payment system as a production support engineer, right? So let's go further. As per your job search experience, does research industry hiring is more aggressive to hire than others?
Um, yeah, I mean, research industry has its own things. I think in the news recently, you heard about uh, Tesla, that they're starting a new R&D center in Berlin.
Mm-hmm.
So it's currently expanding, I would say.
Hmm.
So I think new roles will be open there. So I think across Europe, there's a lot of R&D centers. So not only specific to Tesla, but also other jobs. I mean, you need to be an expert in a particular role, because these are very specific to particular field. And within a field, it's also, for example, vehicle engineering. There's a lot of different factors within vehicle engineering, like seats, like powertrain, batteries, and etc. You need to be an expert in a particular field when you really want to enter into R&D jobs.
Amazing. Yeah. And I'm sure there must be a lot of R&D centers by other companies as well, right? I think yeah, it's a very long question, but it basically he's saying that okay, he came on opportunity card visa and he felt the slowness in the market, but then he tried to adjust his approach, and then if there is one door is closed, so you have to build another one. That's very well summarized, Venkat. Yes, very
That's
good.
that's the attitude we're looking for.
100%.
Yeah.
Pratik says, "Who is this? Who is the GHA for?" It's a new service where we apply jobs on your behalf. I would say GHA is for someone who is highly technical. That's one thing I'm saying it up front. You are a developer, you are a cloud engineer, you are a machine learning engineer, you are a data engineer, data scientist. Then GHA can help you get hired. We will apply jobs on your behalf. Of course, we'll create the CV and cover letter and start applying for the jobs. You just have to prepare for the interview. Or for someone, let's say, having OC and interested to move to the German market. Let's say you are a functional project manager, you are a functional BA, then yes, we can support you because you have the OC. But if somebody says, okay, I come from a banking sector, I don't want to have the OC, I don't want to learn the language, then I would say we can't help you, straightforward, because you also need to work for it. Let's go further. SAP architects like me who has 13 years of experience, do we have opportunities in UK, Germany, like highly paid jobs? And for my profile, I'm interested in UAE, UK, Germany, any opportunities. So I would say if you are coming from SAP ST, SAP FICO, SAP
Also, HANA,
CO, HANA,
HANA,
yes,
HANA is
HANA
very.
Analytics, yes, HANA Analytics, S4 HANA. So these are the four profiles I would say where we got the in CDA we got the maximum people hired into these SAP profiles. Recently there is was like if you guys scroll down into my profile into the event section, there was a Krishna Prasad who came live. He got the job as an SAP MM or SAP WM into Singapore. You can also go through his journey as an SAP professional, Raja. You will see his journey of getting a job in Singapore from India directly. Okay. Is German language a barrier for someone working into a supply chain profile as an international candidate?
Yeah.
I would say if you need to work on networking, if not networking, then apply for OC. The language would not be an issue if you're putting efforts. Yeah. Yeah, it's again your specific question for you, Vikas. Is it in the server storage infrastructure hybrid cloud plus on premise?
Uh, I think except on software developing side, I'm usually the TPM for all networking, IT manufacturing, basically anything which goes into build and uh, develop. So usually we manage all the infrastructure here. So I'm not the only person. So we have also other teammates in the team, other TPMs in the team who actually manage the infrastructure here. So we don't only manage Giga, we also manage anything outside of Europe. We also manage warehouses and etc. So it's not only limited to server storage infrastructure, hybrid or on-premise cloud. So it's basically almost anything related to infrastructure comes into our domain.
So you are saying that you also work on the projects not just within Europe but also beyond Europe.
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, let's go further. Is it compulsory to learn German language to enter Germany? I won't say no. It's not required. You can come with OC without German. You need to network. You need to look for the jobs across industries. You have to be flexible with your profile. Language will not be important, but yes, language. is important in the long term. If you really want to settle down for your family, for your kids, for to get your PR, you need at least A1 or A2 at the speaking level, if not certification. But to get the citizenship, you need the B1 certificate. Then only you become eligible for the passport or citizenship. Okay, let's go further. How much opportunity in finance and accounting for jobs in Germany? If you say finance and accounting, if not into PNL, then I would say yes, opportunities are there, but yes, OC is required 100%. If not into PNL, if into PNL, then there are examples. There was a guy who got hired into SoundCloud. There was another person, couple of guys. One person got a job into Italy as a financial professional. She had the Power BI experience. And again, another girl got hired into Netherlands. She was also financial data analyst. She again got the job as a Power BI professional. So I would literally say again, if you don't see, AI is just one thing. If you also learn Power BI, Tableau across profiles, you come from accounting, you come from marketing, you come from sales, even the technical professional, you learn Power BI, you learn Tableau, learn how to play with the data, how to create the visualization boards. Market is huge. They literally need such people even you don't have the AI experience. So like someone said earlier that okay, if there is no one door is closed, then you build another one. That's the way to go about it. Let's go further. So what are the chances to get opportunities in logistics supply chain sector? Already answered. Logistics, supply chain, procurement. Work on network. If not, don't want to work on the network, then get the OC. These are the two possible ways. How many years cutoff we have to get the PR with UK or Germany? I think UK, you get the ILR, basically indefinite leave to remain, is 5 years. If I'm not wrong, there were some changes expected. I'm not following it. But in Germany, you get the PR in 21 months or 33 months if you speak German. If the the new rule is not retracted back, because there was a passport rule has been already retracted back. Now you cannot apply for the passport in 4 years. What the new rule came in, so you still need to spend 5 to 8 years to get the passport. In the same way, if the blue card rule is retracted back, then I would say yes, 21 months or 33 months with German or basic German, 33 months. Just talking at the A2 level, you get the PR. Or if you want to get in 21 months, then you need to have the B1 certification. Okay, how is the job market for someone who has strong project management and program management experience with only AI with novice proficiency? I would say in that case, yes. If you don't have much experience into AI, then I would say having less of technical experience, then yes, you need the OC. I would repeat my point again. Otherwise, be open across Europe and focus at a very deeper level into networking. Yeah, let's go further. How is the job market for server administrator? I think you can very well answer this question. VMware or Nutanix, hyper-converged infrastructure support in Germany or entire EU.
Yeah, there's a lot of demand, especially for VMwares or Nutanix infrastructure. So, especially a lot of German companies, especially who are not reliant on cloud, they really want to build their own infrastructure. They do not want to spend a lot of money probably on AWS or other cloud companies. They usually hire a lot of people who can manage their infrastructure. I think you can find a lot of VMware jobs, especially in Germany, Poland, Netherlands, because they have a lot of demand there. Yeah.
Perfect. Next one again, sales. As I said, easiest way is to get the OC and apply for the jobs. If you don't want to get the OC, then work on the network. Then you can get hired. Gurvinder Singh, 10 years of experience into HR and admin profile, presently in Finland from February 2026, studying in industrial management. Can I get a job HR in Germany? 100%. If you try, yes, you can. Work on networking, work on your search approaches, work on CV and cover letter. You can definitely get hired in Germany from Finland itself. I tell you one example. There is one person I was talking to yesterday, Shivangini. She was a DBA. She's a DBA, and yeah, I was also talking to her yesterday if she can come live on LinkedIn. She's in Netherlands now. And she said to me, I was surprised that she applied for some jobs maybe 1 year ago when she was in India, maybe 2 years ago or 1 year, and she got the call from Ireland while in Netherlands. And why she's getting those calls? She's still getting calls often because she followed the LinkedIn strategies that we have in CDA, and it's literally working for her without even applying for the jobs. HRs, recruiters, people are reaching out to her directly through LinkedIn, even if she's not applying for the jobs or for the jobs that she applied 1 year ago. So yes, example to quote this is that basically, yeah, she's into Netherlands, and she got the another offer from Ireland, but she didn't want to move or didn't want to change the country, because once you are in the country, it's not that easy. You think, okay, now I have done my work, I don't want to do it further. So yeah. Okay, how's the demand of finance roles? I already summarized accounting, taxation, finance, as in how do you say? There are fields like, okay, receivable, ARAP, right? So these kind of profiles, yes, you need to have the OC. If you're looking for a European market, for Middle Eastern market, try with tourist visa. We have examples. People got hired. Dharti Jasani came live on LinkedIn. She's in UAE, followed our CDA approach. You can also watch her LinkedIn live session. She's in UAE, right? So okay, again, she's from accounting. So yeah, it's possible. Yeah. But like FPNA is definitely is in huge demand. You can get the job without visa in FPNA. How many years we will have? So it's a visa for 1 year for the job search. And I'm sure if you come from technical or even from semi technical or let's say functional profile, right? So you can get hired in 3 to 6 months. And in the worst case, let's say someone can't get hired in 1 year, the validity of the visa is 1 year. If you don't get hired in 1 year, you can extend it further by another 1 year. So there is an option, they are flexible on it. Sustainability, I have already talked about. Environment, we have talked about. You need the OC, right? 10 years of experience into HR and admin, we have already spoke about. TPM, Nital is asking, you mean the trusted platform module or the technical project manager? I would assume it's a technical project manager.
Yeah, it's technical. It can be technical project, technical program. So my role is technical program management.
Got it, got it. Okay, general question: how to effectively make every day, every week, every month, starting from first tenure valuable if they are landing with OC? Maybe would you like to answer this question, Iswarya? Like somebody, Vikas, maybe can you, let's say somebody comes on OC for the job search. How to make the best use of that first 2 months to making sure you are in the search correctly?
I think when you land in Germany, you'll obviously have certain changes, right? I mean, you need someone support, or if you have some friends here, just talk to them, because you need to finish this registration process and all of this. So that will take like a week or two, depending on where you are. So you will lose at least like 2 weeks trying to understand the system. And that too, if you're fast enough to understand the system, 2 weeks should be more than enough.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the weeks, basically, you should try to understand if there are any fairs around your job fairs. So mostly there you will find a lot of job fairs around, especially not in winter season. But I think in spring, or probably in summer, or probably I think up to until October, November, you'll find a lot of job fairs. Travel to those locations, try to meet with people, connect with people. You will find a lot of Indians walking around, you know try to connect with them, talk to them, and basically connection and referral will help you a lot. That's the first thing. So if you can meet people, uh, connect with them over LinkedIn or WhatsApp or anywhere, trying to find the matching roles for you. You'll always find career options of where you'll apply, and then you need to take it further from there.
And Ishwarya, you can also refer one session I conducted with two sessions actually. One with Arushi. I did 2 sessions with Arushi where she explained her OC journey when she came here with us, and then she got the job with our support as well. There also she explained her experience. You can watch both the videos with Arushi again on LinkedIn under the event section. And again, there was a session with Nilesh who also came on OC. And then yeah, he also shared his journey, how he got hired, how he got the multiple offers, in Germany, in Europe. So yeah, you can refer all those sessions. Okay. Question is simple, but a lot of contents to add from people who have effectively got jobs opportunities in the first few weeks. As I said, Aishwarya, you can refer the two, three sessions what I mentioned. One from Arushi, one from Nilesh. Basically, under the event section, you will find all three videos there. Okay. Environment department, 17 years, power industry in India. Please provide Netherlands or Germany, Canada, Dubai. I'm working. Yeah, apply for opportunity card visa. I would say straightforward. It's the easiest way I can say for you. Let's go further. What about the QMS profile in Germany? I think you are referring to quality management, and that too into pharma or manufacturing, I guess. So yes, it's quality QA profiles are in huge demand when it comes to pharma or when it comes to manufacturing. Yes, these profiles are in demand. You can get hired. Again, front end development as well, like again, Nilesh is the example who comes from who basically who is full stack developer, but yes, he worked a lot into front end side as well. So yeah, front end development, Angular, or let's say Vue.js, React.js, JavaScript, these kind of profiles are in huge demand. So yeah, I think yeah, this is all, Vikas. It was quite interesting, and then yeah, the questions were really good, I would say. uh, so yeah, so yeah, thanks for joining in, and thanks for helping people, guiding them. I'm sure it's a like it's quite insightful session. So yeah, that's what I can say. Thanks for coming again here. Yeah.
Thank you, Sandeep, for giving this opportunity also to share my experience. And yeah, you've been a good guide. I think for a lot of professionals, I think people need to work on their side. And yeah, I mean, you're actually expanding our community across Europe. That's good. It's really good.
Yes. In fact, like I can say, yes, people got hired into 30 plus countries across the world. I'm thankful that, okay, we also have clients in Australia, students who studied in Australia and were not getting jobs. They got hired. Students studying in UK got hired in UK as well, or some people got hired into Middle East, Singapore. So which is good. So yes, in that sense, yes, it's definitely going well, I would say. Perfect. Let's close then. Yeah,
Yeah.
and thank you again.